So I did some shopping recently. I'm going to show you what I bought. I'm sorry. There's a squirrel that likes to sit on the roof and watch me while I film through the window, and it is the cutest thing. And so I keep looking at him and laughing because he's so adorable. But anyways, back to the scheduled programming. So I made a few stops when I was in Austin over the weekend, and I just wanted to check a few things out. So I started with Jones Road. And I already have a lot of Jones Road products, but I wanted to try their Bright Skin Illuminating Drops, so I picked those up. All right, I found it. So these are the Jones Road Bright Skin Illuminating Drops. I've used these a couple times. They're gorgeous. I tested them in store. They mixed beautifully with the Jones Road Just Enough Tinted Moisturizer. Mixed it together. It didn't settle into wrinkles. It looked beautiful. So honestly, this was a fantastic pick. Then while I was there, I also picked up the BKLYN fragrance. This one smells amazing. I sprayed it in store, loved it, so I went ahead and picked that up. Next, I made a stop at Sephora. So I got one thing that I knew I like, which is the Cycler Body Oil Balm. I love just putting this on in the shower, and then I don't have to like moisturize after I get out. I don't know, it just feels easier. I have it in Santal, but this time I got the vanilla. I also picked up the Merit tinted sunscreen called the Uniform, and so I'm excited to try that out because anything that gets your makeup on faster or gets your face looking together faster is always a plus. I also picked up the Edam Mami Wata Ultra Calming Mist. I have really sensitive, easily irritated skin, so I'm excited to test this out and see how it works for my skin. And because of my sensitive skin, I also picked up the Dew Skin Recovery Cream. I'm also excited to see how this works with my skin. Then I picked up a few fun things. So I picked up, if you don't already know, my favorite color is purple. So Violette FR came out with beautiful, beautiful purple colors. So I'm going to go ahead and open these for y'all. But, oh, they look so gorgeous. I picked up her Plume eyeshadow in Pluie Violette, I believe. Look at how beautiful. I am so excited to try this. It's supposed to be kind of like a soft matte cream to powder situation. So I think it's going to look beautiful. I'm kind of wondering. I have a little bit of eyeshadow stick on, but maybe I'll go ahead and try. Let's do it. Let's put a little on. So I'm going to take my BK Beauty brush and I'm just going to go in with just a little bit. I just want to test the waters here. Just see what it looks like. Now, I feel like solo shadows are so underrated because sometimes, especially if you're someone who doesn't do like full makeup looks all the time, sometimes you just want like a couple of really good ones that you can count on that always look nice. And so I feel like maybe solo shadows are going to make a comeback. I am really liking that. Look at how much that just brightens the eye. It's very wearable. Pretty nice, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye. Okay, so that is definitely not a shade to be afraid of. I am loving that one. It looks really nice. I think that's really nice and soft and easy to wear. Obviously, I could build it up more if I wanted to, but I think that looks really pretty. You see how you can see kind of where the cream has come out a little bit when I was getting my brush in there. So it really is a true like cream to powder. But yeah, it looks stunning. I love that. Very, very pretty. Now, I also got the Violette FR Plume Blush, and I got it in the shade Souvenir de Volubili. I am probably butchering the French here, but I'm gonna try. Now, it has very similar packaging to the eyeshadow, that lovely like blue, and look at how beautiful that color is. It looks so pretty. Okay, we're gonna try it on. I know I'm already wearing like a little bit of makeup, but I just can't resist. Okay, so I'm gonna go in, kind of a dense brush here, get a little bit, I don't know how pigmented it is exactly. Ooh, that has a fair amount of pigment. That was a little bit more pigmented than I was expecting. Very pretty though. I've already had my makeup on for a while, so I did have a touch of powder on, but I think for the most part it's not very powdery at the moment. I think that's also really, really pretty. I am really loving that color. I am kind of a fair olive, I believe, so purple does tend to look really nice on my skin. Maybe that's why I decided it was my favorite color a million years ago. Who knows? But I think that looks gorgeous, so I'm really excited about that one. Now, I already tested some other eyeliner earlier. Actually, I guess I can go ahead and show you now because I was blown away by these. These are the new Half Magic, what do they call them? Velvet Flick eyeliners. I'm wearing Lavendipity right now, and I am so impressed. Like, first of all, these are waterproof. These are supposed to be like, even in the waterline, lash line, all of the things waterproof. And I did a test earlier. They are. I really tried to rub them off. Like, it was really hard for me to get them to budge. So I was super impressed. But I'm wearing the Lavendipity right now. Now they do have a different mechanism. So they have this edge like that, but the way that you actually click them to make them move up, they're a very different formula than what I'm used to seeing, but they glide beautifully. So if you are older, if you have mature skin, if you have dry skin, if you have difficulty with eyeliner, I have so few eyeliners that I even bother wearing because I feel like all of them want to tug and I just can't even get a good glide. This was a fantastic glide. Beautiful, beautiful colors too. So this is the shade Lavendipity. Beautiful. It's so pretty. And you know, Half Magic does make beautiful colors. I'm a big fan of Half Magic, and I feel like they don't get talked about enough. I guess because they'll, you know, especially at least with much more mature people, I feel like they just so rarely talk about them, and I'm not sure why. Then I have the shade Goth Girlfriend. This one looked like so much fun, so I had to get it. It's kind of like this beautiful, like, burgundy, like, purpley red. Looks like a lot of fun. I haven't tried that one out yet. I have the Lavendipity on right now, but I just did a little bit because I was just testing it. But so beautiful. Like, these colors are so beautiful. And she has some really interesting shades. She also has some, like, basic shades. So if you're looking for either or, you should be able to find something you like. And they're so beautiful on. The squirrel is staring at me again. He's so cute. Anyways, they are absolutely beautiful. They are so easy to put on. I promise you, this is probably one of the easiest eyeliners that I've ever put on. So if you haven't checked them out, they're available at Ulta. Fantastic. Love that. Now, I also picked up, because I loved this color, and I picked up the Prada eyeliner in Glycine, and it is so hard to find like pretty light color eyeliners, and I'd never tried the Prada eyeliners before. So I really wanted to try this one. I'll go ahead and swatch it for you, but I haven't actually tested it on my eyes yet. So you can see it's a really kind of a pale lavender, but super pretty, and I'm excited to test that out. I have some ideas of some looks that I want to do, so I'm excited to give it a shot. But yeah, this was my shopping haul. I don't do it very often at all, but I wanted to try a few new things. I also stopped by Nordstrom. They were having their anniversary sale. I saw these and I couldn't resist. So they had these Augustinus Botter sets. So I got one of each. This is the rejuvenating system, and then this one's the illuminating system. Both of them come with the mask and the sunscreen, but the rejuvenating system comes with the rich cream and the regular serum, and then the illuminating system comes with the regular cream and the vitamin C serum. So I got one of each. I have tried the Augustinus Botter vitamin C serum, and I loved it. That one was gifted to me, so I had never bought Augustinus Botter before, but I really liked it. So I went and bought these two because each of these have a $257 value, but they're only $99 right now during the anniversary sale. So I highly recommend picking these up if you've just been curious and you want to try it. $100 is not like a crazy amount to try it out and just see what you think. Also, one thing I will point out is that each of the items have the TFC8, which is that patented cell rejuvenating ingredient that helps to repair the skin cells. So because of that, each of the items are going to have that in it to help with the wrinkles, help with hyperpigmentation, all of those things. help with cell rejuvenation. So even if you only wear the sunscreen that day, that means that you're still getting that TFC8. So even if you don't wear like all of these things at the same time, you're still getting a little bit of that TFC8 every single day. So honestly, I feel like that is a big part of what makes these things worth it, because really you're just trying to get that TFC8 regardless of the delivery method. So even if you just use the serum one day and then you use the moisturizer the next day, at least you're still getting some of that. So this is a really great kind of entry point if you've just ever been curious. And like I said, I've only ever tried the vitamin C serum and I did really, really love it. So I'm excited to kind of test out a few of these other items because I did really like the TFC8. I haven't used it enough to really get like the full effect, so I'm excited to kind of do that and see what happens. While I was there, I also picked up the new Chantecaille Future Skin foundation because I wanted to test that out. That wasn't part of the anniversary sale, but I just wanted to try it out. So I will be testing that out and that will be coming up soon. But yeah. And the squirrel is still there. He's still watching me. It's been like an hour I've been filming and he's just chilling. He's adorable. If my window was cleaner, I would send you a picture. But my window is not clean because it just stormed. But he does it all the time. So another day. So like my channel, follow me, and I promise you I will get a really good picture or some video of this adorable squirrel that watches me film my content. It's gonna happen.